the game, DJ.
Welcome, basketball fans. To a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. This game is part of the travel schedule for Minnesota. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
And I think for Minnesota, and you think we underestimated these guys. I mean, no one was suspecting they were going to be a team to be reckoned with, and all of a sudden now, they're looking like contenders.
I think the reason is they're working together. The game plan maximizes what they can do, given the talent they have.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got C.J. Miles. Ewing is out there with Weber. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Lillard in at the one spot. It's deflected. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Burks leading the charge. Lillard attacking. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul. And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight, Greg, to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game.
It's tipped. Out to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Lillard. Unzeld, the pass to Parker. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. In that one, it didn't happen.
You know, it's not rocket science. When you're cold from the perimeter, you got to pound it inside and at least draw some fouls.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
Now, here's Lillard. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Feeds it to Burks. Looking for Ewing, he gets it there. The rebound by the Spurs. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
And here is Hardaway after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Will it go? Porzingis gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
That has to be a relief. First bucket was a long time coming.
You know, I think they might have tried too hard at the start of this game. Let's see if this settles them down.
Lillard misses.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
With a break in the action, let's now look at the league's top scorers. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Second, Porzingis.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Here's Weber, and the wide-open shot from Miles. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Ewing, kicks it out to Lillard. He dishes it to Weber. Back to Lillard. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
And here's Mills for three. Outside, Porzingis. Hardaway with a wide-open look. No good with the triple.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide-open look from distance.
Lillard dishes to Ewing. And in the early part of the season, Steve, talk about establishing chemistry as a team.
Well, a lot of times there's new players, new faces, so you want to get a chance to play with those guys in an NBA game. Practice, preseason, it's just not the same. But having that chemistry and early getting that chemistry going, you are chomping at the bit to get the season started. And usually game one is when it starts.
You may have the same roster, but it's always a different team, correct in that assessment?
Yep, kind of like the first day of school.
And Mills kicks to Porzingis. 7-foot shot. Rebound, Minnesota. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Oh, sure, they did a ton of things right, and they can definitely look at those as they move forward to try to avenge that loss.
And Mills kicks to Levine. To the inside, stolen by Weber. Now, here's Burks. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And here's Miles outside. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Porzingis passes to Levine to the right side. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Mills. On the wing, Hardaway. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Minnesota leading by 12. Now Evans. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Goes up off the pick. Chris Anderson pulls it in. San Antonio's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Ginobili. That's good.
And how about that lefty stroke there from Ginobili? It is a thing of beauty. He is dialed in from deep.
Here's Evans. San Antonio with the rebound. The pass to Anderson. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Evans is great at taking it inside. If you give him a lane, he exploits it every time.
Deep 2 from Murray. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Evans outside. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Spurs on defense. They trail by 7. Evans kicks to McDermott. Pass to Crawford. Takes a 3. The offensive rebound. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And San Antonio has possession.
You know, Kevin, it's easy to forget it, but Greg Popovich was almost fired by the Spurs back in '99. Rough start that year, under 500. The players caught wind that if they didn't win the next game in Houston, Pop would get the X.
To the right side. McDermott dishes to Withy. Kicks it out to Crawford over Ginobili. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Now here's Murray. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ginobili, that's good. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. It's Crawford on the wing. Buries it down low. Crawford's got his second basket of the night.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Passes it to Anderson. Evans. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized
attack and find the open teammate.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation, and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through this Spurs organization.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Take care of the basketball, being disruptive on D. That combination has them out in front.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, Crawford out there with Evans. Then it's Jeff Withy, then it's McDermott, and it's Patton in at the fourth.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Timberwolves.
And when you're riding on the upper end of the conference like these guys are, you usually have an excellent distribution of how and where you get your points. And these guys have a very effective offense, getting it done inside, outside, and from mid-range as well.
And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gives them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
A three off the inbound, but they recover it. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McDermott passes to Patton. Evans, right side. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Tyreke is an aggressive player, does a great job forcing the issue close to the rim.
Tyreke Evans, the fourth pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Wide open look here for Murray. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Murray's got 10.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. McDermott, no one around him, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Tyreek has solid floor awareness. Outstanding at knowing when one of his guys is open.
Murray with it. He's against Evans. Murray, good. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Evans with it, out guarded by Murray. And that's Evans penetrating, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Tyreek is good at playing bigger than his size. A great finisher, close to the cup.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Murray from past the arc. Here's LeBron, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
For San Antonio, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And we see the game of basketball gaining popularity, Steve, around the globe. Do you see a difference in the number of international players in the league now versus, say, when you came into the league?
You know, Kevin, back then I saw it. It was probably 90-10, 90% of guys from United States and then 10% international. That number right now is starting to grow. It is getting closer and closer to 50-50. And the reason why, scouts now with the technology, you can find a guy all over this globe. And guys are coming over here taking the game serious. I think it's going to come down to wherever you're from. If you're fundamentally sound, you have a chance to make it in the NBA.
And you know, Steve, a credit to current NBA and college coaches for making these summertime pilgrimages overseas to teach the kids in Yugoslavia and Serbia and all over the globe about the game of basketball. I think that has also sped up the development, and that's, again, a reflection of the international player coming to the NBA.
You're totally right. The global games and guys got to get a chance to see. I think it really started with the Dream Team, the original Dream Team. Everybody international are loving this game, and I think the players who listen and go out and work on their game, they have a better chance.
Here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Unseld. Back to Parker. Fires the three. Good on the three-point shot. Parker's got the lead up to 1 now for the Spurs.
Even though he's still more of a long two-point shooter, Tony's increased his range over the years.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Lillard against Parker. Lillard attacking. Here's Ewing. And then Ewing with the jam. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Parker with it. Here's Unseld. Back to Levine. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. There's the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Weber's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Burks on the wing. Back to Lillard. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Laverne grabs the miss. Laverne's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Ewing with the block. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Miles kicks to Lillard. Burks in the corner. And the three off target. San Antonio trailing here. Hardaway dishes to Levine. Back to Hardaway. And there's the feed to Laverne. And Ewing with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Spurs making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Shot clock at 6. Knocked away. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Unsell. Again, the miss by the Spurs. For Minnesota, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. In fourth, the Spurs.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. 1:51 left in the first half. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Parker's running. One-on-one fast break. Levine passes to Parker. Levine kicks to Hardaway. Tries to snap the cold streak. Offensive rebound.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
1:10 left here in the second. Miles dishes to Lillard. Kept alive, Minnesota. Weber kicks to Ewing. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Damian Lillard. Averaging 25 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
Now Burks, after the miss 3 from Damian Lillard. The dish to Ewing, and then Ewing with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
The veteran eyes see all. Frenchie with the tremendous look to make that play happen.
Lillard, the pass to Ewing. He's off on that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Here's Porzingis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Lillard outside. The screen from Ewing. Lillard dishes to Miles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
And Lillard focused on involving his teammates through passing, showing a real desire to make them better.
Parker kicks to Porzingis. From the arc. It doesn't go for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Minnesota. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They have a 2-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And then...
That's it for now as the second.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. The Spurs shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. They've got Tony Parker. Also Zach LaVine out there. Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Unseld in at the 4 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Chalk up 2 there. Parker's got the first basket of the third quarter for San Antonio.
And though Parker has stretched his game out to the three-point line, he remains at heart a mid-range shooter.
Lillard, the pass to Weber. And Weber throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Here's Parker. Some solid defense from Lillard.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And that one's good. Lillard.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the paint. Stolen by Ewing. Lillard attacking. Knocked loose. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Unseld. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one on Weber. And a lot of different coaches and coaching styles, Steve, in the league. Some coaches are demanding of what they require from the rosters more than others. What do you think of, Steve, when you think of a demanding coach?
I think comes to mind is Coach Thibodeau. Obviously, I played for Pop. He's very demanding.
Sure is.
But I think Pop is more in a demanding way and somewhat of a different style. You know, you can see... Everybody can see and hear Coach Tibbs.
Yes, they can.
He is demanding on every play. So I probably would think he's the most demanding from the outside looking in.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
The Spurs making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Now here's Parker. He has 5. To stop the run. Connects from 3-point range.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine. Finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
Minnesota calls timeout. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team and terrific size at his position.
Unseld. Ewing gets the rebound. Ewing's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Parker. Offensive rebound. Outside for Miles. There's the 3. Good, and Weber gets the assist. Weber's got 4 assists in the game.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And here is Parker. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Ewing comes to help. Back to Parker. Clock at 6. Kick out to Levine. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota leading by 7. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Lillard outside. Outside for Miles. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his 1st foul. Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Unseld, the pass to Porzingis. Banked in off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lillard against Parker. Now here's Lillard, guarded closely. San Antonio with the rebound. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter.
in terms of scoring.
Here's Unseld. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Screen by Porzingis. Back to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Unseld. Goes back up. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
And with that matchup, doing what he was able to do there, just muscling inside, he's not going to have a lot of problems.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And the Timberwolves call time here.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Tyreke Evans is checked in for Lillard. And a chance now to review the shot chart for Minnesota.
You know, I doubt they came into this game thinking they would be doing this much damage from mid-range, but you have to give them credit for being able to see what is available in their offense and then exploit the weakness of the D. To be successful in this league, you have to be flexible, and they've done a great job of that so far.
Spurs trail by 4. Parker outside. Kick out to Levine. Stolen by Weber. Deflects the pass. Miles dishes to Evans. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Ewing. Rebound collected by Levine. The Spurs have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. The Spurs have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. You know, Smitty, you had a long career. What was it, 14, 15 seasons you played for the Spurs, who've led the way on resting players and certainly extending their careers.
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but it's hard for me because I look at it as from a fan standpoint. When I played and now, you know, you have that kid and his dad coming to the game, and he doesn't get a chance to see that star player. And a lot of times there's 2 or 3 guys that sit out. I understand the rest is needed because it's a long term, but I wish guys could find a way, and coaching staff and organization, maybe have rest days as far as practice, but let the guys play because kids want to see their stars play.
Right, but in the middle of your career, are you thinking, hey, I want to play long term so this rest is good? Or are you saying, forget the rest, I want to play?
I just want to play. I mean, I think one thing is I never thought about long term. I just wanted to play the game that was in front of me, the practice that was in front of me, the preseason game that was in front of me. You just wanted to play.
Burks can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 3. Let's go. Levine can't hit.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
The screen from Ewing. Double team on Ewing.
Jump ball. You too.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. On the wing, Evans. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Ewing. Got a hand on it. Ewing against Porzingis. Shoots over Ewing. They get it again. It's deflected. Unseld, the pass to Tatum. 1:09 left in the third. Evans kicks to Ewing. And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Evans with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Crawford kicks to Evans. Crawford against Ginobili. In the corner, it's McDermott. 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. Iffy. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Hardaway's checked in for Tatum. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Murray. 12 points for him. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And how about the attitude of Anderson there? Whenever he gets room to take off, he is going to capitalize with the throwdown.
So it's Minnesota now. After the basket by San Antonio. McDermott for three. Another shot. Pass to Patton. Crawford against Ginobili. Crawford passes to Patton. There's the three. Crawford, no luck. Back to Ginobili. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Timberwolves lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Defensively, make sure we're all gang.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Evans. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Jeff Withey. Crawford out there with Tyreek Evans. Then it's McDermott. And it's Patton in at the 4 slot. Tries it from 9. Nice shot by Evans. Evans has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Minnesota. Spurs trail by 5. McDermott with a double team. Hardaway with it. Now defended by McDermott. A 3 from Anderson. The Spurs with a new 24. Hardaway for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And Laverne gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bertans, he's checked in for San Antonio. Minnesota also with the sub. Scola's checked in. Now here's Evans. Right wing. Back to Scola. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Evans kicks to Scola. Shot clock at 6. Evans dishes to Scola. Laverne with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And he gets the bucket.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Now here's Crawford. Over Ginobili. Here's Withey. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Evans passes to Crawford. Evans inside. He's covered by Murray. McDermott, the open look. A rebound by the Spurs. Laverne's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Murray. In the corner, Hardaway with it. 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, good box out. Keeps him shielded off and then draws the over-the-back call.
Over-eager to make a play. Got out of control. That's an unnecessary foul.
Now here's Evans. There's the pick. McDermott for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
Timeout.
Evans has got 4 assists now tonight.
A nice job by Doug getting squared up and knocking down that shot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Porzingis. After trying to free himself up, count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Porzingis. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Evans outside. There's the pick. Crawford outside. Crawford with another miss.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
And Levine, here we go. Evans gets the rebound. Evans has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Scola. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Spurs trail by 3. And there it is for him.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Evans outside. And Evans throws it down.
Gotta admire the leaping ability of Tyreek. Terrific at slamming it home.
And Tyreek Evans is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Parker kicks to Levine. Porzingis with a screen on Burks. Levine passes to Porzingis to the left side wing. 4 on the clock. Unseld can't get it to go.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Ewing. Hits the target from 18 feet. Now it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Porzingis can't hit.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Here's Weber. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists here tonight.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Patrick Ewing really making a difference here.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Webber.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio on defense. 6-point game. Lillard dishes to Miles. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Back to Hardaway. To the inside. Porzingis kicks to Mills. Here's Unseld. Hits it from 3-point range. Now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
You're totally right. 4th quarter, tight game. This is when the true ballers step up.
Now here's Lillard. Here's Ewing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
The mid-range area, perfect place to use your size advantage.
Left side Hardaway. They get it again. Now here's Tatum, guarded by Crawford. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. .124 left to play here in the 4th. Three-pointer. That one misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Unzel, the pass to Tatum. A three. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, but at least he's getting after it on the backboard. But got a little carried away on that one.
When you're assertive, when you're being physical, good things tend to happen, except for the foul calls.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Every little bit helps. Outstanding work hitting those free throws.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to Hardaway. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hardaway, no good. Crawford against Hardaway. And Jamal Crawford gets the three.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Lillard dishes to Ewing. And here's Miles outside. San Antonio with the rebound.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Unzel. Connects.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your...
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith.